Over here, in the red, the champion of the GSL Season 2. Also a delicious drink, he is...
I am NesTea.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Well, she isn't, but he is.
Yeah.
Over here in the blue, showing us a very impressive game back there is...
JYS.
Now, as I was saying before, in that previous game, that is a really impressive play when you do force your opponent to change tech.
Yeah.
As many of you at home know, and if you don't, you're a noob, you can't make endless amounts of units. So you get capped at 200 supply, which all of a sudden ends up with this interesting situation where you want to switch tech a whole bunch. A perfect example of this is when Zerg is... Let's say they're going Ultraless Zergling in late game, right? They have a bunch of bases. This is in StarCraft 1, but I'll show you how that works, and we see how it works in StarCraft 2. Some Protoss players will just mass up Corsairs and Dark Templars and start hitting the Overwatch, because then they don't have any anti-air units. Because of that, that forces them to then go Hydras, which then allows the Protoss to switch to Zealot High Templar.
Yes.
And of course, Sonic Storm melts the Hydralisks. So we saw in StarCraft 1, as we could see, it's not that different in StarCraft 2, using the Brutalords to force the Terran to make Vikings, and then allowing the Zerg to switch into Ultraless Zergling, which, of course, Vikings are not going to be very good against.
Yeah, Vikings are pretty much worthless on the ground, I have to say, because you're never going to have them upgraded, and even if you do, they are not meant for that. When you land them, it's very specific situations, very specific builds. So it's mostly, you can just consider it like a corruptor. Like, you want to hit air with this. That's what it's for. So, NesTea really showing us some awesome play, and this is awesome. Let's take a look over here. Double barracks. This is the new thing to do on the Asian server. Now, we're going to have to see exactly which rush he wants to do, though. There is one out right now where you just constantly make Marines, and he'll end up using one scan to see what NesTea has, and it is hard as a Zerg player to hold it, I have to say.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, they hit this critical mass where Speedlings alone, even if you make them non-stop, cannot stop it. They hit that critical mass. So, SCVs just buffering those Marines. It gets scary. You need either Roaches or Banelings on this map to stop that.
Now, NesTea is going to go over an expansion, so with the build, or the options that Terran has, which Artosis just explained, it's going to be a moment where, even though he's NesTea, this could be pretty tough positionally.
That's right, and just forcing out, trying to force him into some more Zerglings. Now, we're going to have to see just how careful he is about his timing, because if you go too fast, the Zerglings can be maxed or made in a larger number, and you're in a lot of trouble. But, if you just wait a while, it can be quite good. So we're just going to have to see. I'm very excited about this, though.
He's going to go ahead and take out the destructible debris.
Yeah.
The debris.
Oh, look at this. Okay. He's actually decided, since it wasn't hatched first, to go ahead and make the command center. But, well.
Is he?
Yeah, it looks like it. But that does not mean he cannot still do the attack.
There it is. He's going to make the command center. Hatchery almost complete here for the Zerg.
That's right. He's also had speed finish up, so Zergling's going to be much more useful. Notice all those Zerglings. He realizes, okay, it's 2 barracks. I'm going to have quite a few units. So he has made a lot of Zerglings. And it looks like NesTea right now may be just holding off on producing a little bit. He's trying to figure out, is there going to be attack? Is there not going to be attack? Do I need more units? Do I need more drones? He's being very careful about exactly what he produces. That's not bad macro. Sometimes you have to pool a few larvae to be careful.
Yeah, it's really smart. I mean, if you can stockpile some larvae so you don't make a stupid decision later on that really impacts the game, then you might as well just do it. Oh, look, Guy, you are so sick.
I'm sorry.
I can hear those coughs in my microphone.
I'm sorry. I'm taking my medicine. Don't worry, everyone. I'll be fine soon. Anyways, he's got a lot of Marines. It looks like he may be going out to pressure. Doesn't look like he's bringing any SCVs, though.
Here he goes.
I think that this is not a very good idea. There's a lot of Speedlings out there. He does have enough to take them out right now, but it is going to force a lot more Speedlings by NesTea. But it's so close, he may get there
actually, I think he's actually going to go for this. I thought he was going to feint it.
Yeah, this is actually a little bit dangerous.
Here we go.
Does he have the right amount against these Zerglings?
Going
very
for the
dangerous
Queen.
attack.
Oh my God, the Queen stays alive.
That's right, and look at this, just taking out Zerglings left and right. Didn't even bring his SCVs, which you normally see with this. But he has forced just so many Zerglings that really hurts the economy of NesTea. In the meantime, he has not stopped making SCVs once.
We see Lings coming out here now. They do clean up these Marines.
That's right, and he's going to be able to sit pretty behind his 2 barracks anyways. So, you know, he put on some good pressure there. And he's going to go ahead and take his expand.
And it looks like NesTea will be able to spot that. He does. So he's going to know what's going on. Meanwhile, counterattack over here, but deflected.
Pretty interesting in NesTea's base, getting factories here. And it looks like he is going to go Hellions with the blue flame. He's
really
noticed that his opponent has not switched over to roaches. So Hellions with blue flame going to be a great choice. But at the same time, NesTea, he realizes what's going on. Look at that. It's a roach horn. Oh yeah, it's NesTea, man.
NesTea is just so good. But I got to say, this Terran player is really impressing me.
Yeah,
I actually thought this was going to be pretty one-sided, but
his play is quite good. The problem is with that Marine attack, if he had actually just brought his SCVs, it would have ended the game.
Yeah,
it's that simple. It would have ended the game. The game would be over. That's the attack that I've been talking about. He made a command center even there, and you saw that still he was at this level because his opponent had no roaches, had no banelings. You can just kill them.
You know, one thing I was wondering when I saw this is, what if you just made the command center, which of course would trigger a smart Zerg like NesTea to think, okay, he's not really all committed to this, to then make the command center, show that to the Zerg, and then actually send like more than half of your SCVs in the attack anyways. That would actually throw the Zerg off so much.
That's quite true. Now take a look at this attack. It's going to be Blue Flame Hellions in a moment here with Marines. This is going to be a pretty scary army, but NesTea, he is getting the Roach speed upgrade. He is getting a Baneling Nest. He is getting some Roaches. So that's going to be what he needs to hold it. But these Blue Hellions, might get up here. And it looks like they're going to be in the main base without Roaches. These are the deadliest things Zerg can see.
The drones are taking a ton of
no.
hits. I think he's going to lose all. Oh my god, he's losing like basically every single drone.
That is right.
Meanwhile, an attack over here at the front.
That's right. There's only a few Roaches there, but some Banelings are out. Banelings going to help out against Marines and Hellions. But there has been a lot of damage done, Tasteless. These have a lot of kills. 7 kills, 11 kills, and 9 kills.
Unbelievable.
They aren't done yet either.
Yeah, I know they're continuing to do damage to the drones.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Talk about a serious blow.
That's right, down to 21 drones against 40 SCVs.
Oh my
a very
god.
interesting attack here. This guy is not taking any risks. Not even bringing in his SCVs, which, well, it wouldn't have been a risk, but it feels like one when you're attacking with SCVs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the Roaches are going to have to stop everything while he re-drones. He needs to get a lot of drones from here. The problem, though, Tasteless, the problem is he's forced NesTea into Roaches, and now what is he doing?
He's getting tanks.
He's getting siege tanks, and, in fact, he's getting a medevac, so he may even do some
drop.
he could do a tank drop. You know that the expansion of Zerg, at least some of it can be hit by a tank on the high ground. And of course, NesTea, we haven't seen any Spire. We haven't seen, any drop upgrades. He doesn't even have Overlord speed, so could be quite hard to deal with.
This actually could be the kill move here. He's gonna have enough barracks and stuff to just produce a massive army. And I think this next attack is going to be the one we got to watch for.
The JYS is actually sick good, but look at that Roach Burrow movement. So NesTea realizes he's in trouble. He's like, all right, what can I do that can maybe help me start pulling back in that game? That's a tricky thing, Roach Burrow movement.
Here comes a tank drop. You know what's interesting? It's like our Terran player has these like successive phases that he moves into. He's like, all right, this is the next part where I'm going to do this.
They're well orchestrated strategies.
Yeah, I like seeing this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Now the tank drop is coming. NesTea is not going to be happy about this. It's even going to be able to take out his Roach Warren.
Oh yeah, that's going to be
as soon
bad.
As siege mode finishes, that is.
Burrowed Roaches on the move.
And he actually does not have a tight wall anymore.
I feel like I'm watching Jaws right now.
Now if his graphics are high enough, he can see the movement underground. And that was a blunder right there, but this is still a great Roach attack, and he can do a ton of damage with it. There are Marauders being produced right now. The Banshee's going to help a lot. But those 2 siege tanks are missing, Tasteless.
Hellion's over here, but roaches continue to do more damage. Note that those roaches do heal when they're underground.
Very fast as well.
Yeah, so he can actually kill up this army and then just stuff them underground again. The Roach Warren is going to be picked up, though, by the... No, it's not. The siege tank's on siege.
Yeah,
it
I
could have
think
been.
he's going to want to bring those home. He's losing a lot. Oh, look at that. He's bringing his SCVs up to try to battle these roaches, but he's having to use scans, and guess what? SCVs attacking burrow movement roaches. When they get the burrow movement upgrade, they heal a lot quicker underground.
And they're almost back to full health, all of them.
Yeah, it's very quick. JYS is in a very bad spot, but if he can land that barracks, that's... Okay, he's made a full wall.
He does manage to land it, but this barracks could burn down.
Yeah, at this point, NesTea
I think NesTea's actually going to win this, which is completely insane considering how badly he was beaten up in this series.
That's true. That's true. You know, he didn't have those 2 extra siege tanks at home to try to help hold off that attack. And now he's just in a lot of trouble. Those 2 siege tanks are sieging up, but the roaches, of course, can just burrow movement to them. And roaches from 2 angles. Oh no, these siege tanks looks like they're going to go out. And the Banshees are doing a great job, but still.
He has somewhat managed to hold this off.
Yeah.
He's at least managed to get himself, or contain his forces.
Yeah, let's take a look at that unit counter station. 37 SCVs against 32 drones right now. But it is a cloaked Banshee. Oh, beautiful move by JYS. He really understands what he's doing, and he is going to town, punishing NesTea. Tasteless, we were wrong. It looks like this guy, our Terran player, looks like he's going to be able to take out. Look at this, all these queens. He is just punishing. But the Overseer does finish. Beautiful barrel right there on the queens. But still, killing a lot more drones. JYS has a lot of builds up his sleeves. I am actually getting my geek chills. I know I say it a lot, Tasteless,
chills going down my spine.
I tell you what, these 2 players are actually both playing phenomenally.
Yeah, I did not expect this game to be this good. I think NesTea is sitting in his booth shaking his head saying, what the hell's going on?
I know, who is this kid?
Uh-oh, medevac drop.
Oh, beautiful, to take out the queens. Oh my god, all the roaches are in the middle of the map. And NesTea, I don't think he can recover from this.
Oh my god, I think you're right. I think it's just GG.
And he's even going to take out that Spire right before, right as it finishes.
But of course, if he makes Mutalisks, he won't have any money to make drones if he holds us off.
Well, he is going to make 3 mutas, as we see on this production tab, but still, I mean, he is so dead at this point. Yeah, just sniping queens with help of the medevac. The Banshees, 15 kills and 4 kills. Captain teaching the recruit.
This is actually unbelievable. I'm turning around looking at my booth, and I can see our Terran player's face, and he is so focused.
No doubt about it. Look, he's playing phenomenally. He just keeps on picking up his drop. He is trying to just do the absolute maximum amount of damage.
You see Muta's going for the medevac drop ship while the Roach is coming here cleaning that up. NesTea barely hanging on. I thought we were actually going to see GG there. But take a look back here at Terran's home. Wow, he is balling out of control. He has so much, such a serious income.
The income tab shows us he has 3 times the income of NesTea right now.
Yeah.
The unit tab tells the story better. 18 drones to 40 SCVs. Ouch, and that's after NesTea's already starting to re-drone some. He's harassing with these 3 mutas, but his Spire's dead. Taking a 3rd base is our Terran player as long as he defends it well. I mean, NesTea has been stuck on 2 base all game long.
I think NesTea would want on Burrow here, but he's going to see this and realize he's going to have to turn around.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Uh-oh, now you can't move him or he's going to get spotted.
Stay very quiet.
No, look at this. He can actually use this as a
He wants him to turn around, makes him turn around. Beautiful move right there.
That was nice.
Just trying to stall for as much time as humanly possible because he has nothing at home to defend against this.
I do believe this is going to be the finishing blow.
Yeah, it definitely
does. And we're actually going to go to 1-1. This unknown Terran actually just beat NesTea in a game. I can't believe my eyes. I mean, I'm really impressed with this Terran player. I mean, what if NesTea actually loses this?
I'm telling you, man. He may be able to, but NesTea trying to hold on here.
Oh my God!
NesTea, you always amaze me.
That guy is so good. He barely... Okay, now, he would have lost the game had he not managed to draw the Terran and have him chase him up in this direction over here.
Yeah. He just stalled just long enough, barely held, but as you see, Even more units wanting to move out. NesTea can't keep this production up.
NesTea is going to force once again his opponent to turn around. Is he going to turn?
Is so resourceful, but no, he's not going to. He expects all his barracks units to be able to hold this off at home. Wants to get those Thors in there, though. Thor's very good against roaches.
Oh, yeah.
And there they go. Just slapping those roaches down. The Marines adding in their nice DPS. But, watch, he'll pick that up. Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
GG.
Wow, NesTea
Nice
loses
play.
one game. Unbelievable.
JYS with some great play. I'm totally impressed. And you see he is.
Who the hell is this guy?
I don't know, but...
Who the hell do you think you are? You're beating our champion? Oh, my God.
Yeah, it looks like JYS is actually his initials. I just caught his Korean name. All right.
That was a little weird. We could see an upset.
Yeah,
He's
and
played very well in both these games.
You know, if he keeps on doing this Marine build that I was talking about a lot earlier, you saw Tasteless. I mean, if you don't have Banelings, if you don't have Roaches ready for this, they can bring their SCVs and you're 100% dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys all saw it there. This is the build I've been talking about.
The Zerg held on so, just barely. Had you had a few SCVs to absorb the hits and made a bunker or anything, he would have won. So, it really makes me think a lot more about that strategy, just making a command center. Because,
if you see the command center, you're like,
and you're a smart player, and you think, well, there's no way.
The only problem with making the command center, and why most people don't do it, is it gives the Zerg time to get a Roach Warren up or a Baneling Nest up. Because if either of those are up, you can defend it, but normally you don't want to make those very early, especially if it's a very fast attack, because, I mean, it destroys your economy.
It really does. So we're going to go into game number 3 soon here.
The map is going to be Zelnaga Caverns.
Great map. Awesome map.
Yeah,
I think that's a map we've casted the most of. The countdown has begun. Will our champion lose this to the unknown Terran? Let's find out soon. This is the GSL. For real.